Hello, so this is the second part of our holiday recommender project, and in this part we will be showing you how to make a machine learning model and how to do the whole cycle of making a machine learning project. So we'll start with logging into our portal machine learning for kids.co.uk, and I believe you have already been supplied with your own user ID and password. So you'll have to simply enter it here and say login. Once you have logged in, you can start with creating a new project. So you can click on this projects option here and then go to this button called add a new project, and here you will have to give the project name. So our project name is simple holiday reco. Okay, and then the option recognizing. So in these four options we have to select text. This will be recognizing text, and the last thing we need to do on this page is create. Press the create button, so it will create us a project for us. And as you know, after we have created the project, the next step is this, which is like adding our own training data. And you know what is the training data? So it's simply the examples that we want to give to our model so that it gets trained. So let us click on this train button here, and once we click on the train button we come to this page which is called recognizing text. So we need to add our labels. So let us start with adding a label. We'll have to add three labels. So we will say something called theme park, because this is one of the thing that we want our model to recognize. Then another label called museum. Okay, and the third one is zoo. That's it. So this is the second step after creating the project. And now in each one of them we will need to add some examples. That is our training data. So in theme park, let us add any word or phrase that comes to your mind when you want to go to a theme park. So you will say something like adventure, and then press add another example. Clicking on add example, say thrill, and you can say something like ride. Okay, and so on and so forth. You'll have to add examples in each one of them, at least 7 examples in each of them. So in museum you will say history, or you can say art, you can say culture, and something like knowledge. Okay, because you don't get any knowledge by going to a theme park or a zoo, of course, as much, not as much as you would get from museum. And you will say even science museum is a museum, so we'll say science, and wisdom, and indoor, any kind of word which can basically suggest that you're in a mood to go to a museum kind of place. Okay, and peaceful, because a zoo, especially a theme park, is never peaceful. In case of zoo you can add something like nature and animals and greenery. Okay, even slightly here and there is fine. You don't need to be exactly doing this, like birds and say safari. Okay, and what else comes to your mind? Outdoors. Okay, these are the things. So one more we want to add, and here we need to add three more. So just think of something, say rides. Okay, rides we have already added. Something like fun, and you can say music. Okay, and something like you can say a park maybe. Okay, and you can say amusement. Okay, this now we have 7, and here also we need to add one more. So you can say, you can even write zoo for that matter, but you can think of your own words. You can add more than 7 also. Once you have done this, we have added the training data. Next step is to train the model on this training data. So we go back to project, you click here on this option. We have created the labels already, added the training data. Now we are going back to project, and here we have, as we can see, we have done this part. Now we are going to do this learn and test part. So we'll go to learn and test, and here we will have this information what we have done so far. You can read through it, what's next. So the next is training a new machine learning model. So we'll click on this, and it will take some time. So what will happen, it will as soon as you click the button, it will start showing the status, which is current model status, as training, which means it is doing its work. It's not yet done, it's in process. So all you need to do is simply wait for maybe 30 seconds or max a minute sometimes, and once it is trained, you will find that the status will change to something like available. Okay, once the status changes to available, it is kind of ready for you to test it. And next step is to, after it is tested and it is successful, you can of course go ahead and make something out of it. Make a model, use this model to make a project in say Python, or make a project in Scratch, which is mostly part of this course. So we'll just wait for a few seconds and see if it becomes available. In the meantime, yeah, now it is available, so we can simply test it here. So we can give something like say animal. So I want to see some animals, right? Same way you can keep on testing. So now it is done. It's working fine, and you can see, just I'll show you again, the status is available, and we can go back, and we are now ready to go and make. So click on make, and we want to use this model in Scratch 3. So let us go to Scratch 3. This will be the third part. So here we will click on this open in Scratch 3. Okay, and now we will see the next steps in the next part of this video.